Alright, Palossands, we are here. This is the final week. We have battled 5 matches with victories. We have hit 4 losses, but now we are here on the 10th week. We are going all out. We need to pick up that W. I want to see those flare blitz come through like no tomorrow. Grilled Spice, I'm looking at you. Let's smash those flare blitzes like no tomorrow. I want to see Voltronic smacking those volt switches, hitting those thunderbolts where it hurts, and everything above. We need to go all out. This is now or never. Wish us luck. Let's go do it. Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Beanie here, bringing you guys the final guaranteed week 10 of the UBL Season 3, the Ultimate Battle League. We are here. It is the final guaranteed week where everyone gets to play, and all your final little nicks and picks and odd little moments that go down in the battle can seriously matter. Here we go. We are here and it is time. We are up against the Bowland Bovines. I don't know if I've said that right. I think I have, but hey, we're rocking with it. We're up against the Bowland Bovines and Coach DrSlaking. They have got a very, very insane, terrifying team. They are also currently 7-2. We are currently 5-4. Spoiler alert, but hey ho, we're currently 5-4. If you missed last week's match, pause right now, go check it out. It was actually an insane match. It came so close. A couple of misplays here and there on my part, especially in the earlier side of the battle, but we managed to pick it up towards the end. So it was a really, really good match. If you missed last week's, definitely go check it out. But here we go. As I say, my opponent is they're 7-2. They've got an incredible record. They have currently made playoffs. Regardless of the outcome of this battle, they have made playoffs. Our playoffs position, however, rests on this battle. If we can pull out a W, and a fairly decent W with that, then we can actually we have a really good shot at making playoffs. We just need to get decent. I think if we can, I think it's a minimum of a 2-0, maybe 3-0. I think I can't remember which one it is. That worked it out earlier. But hey ho. Anyway, we're gonna dive into my opponent's team, and then we're gonna break down into what we are bringing. Let's do it. That is not what I wanted you guys to see. That button is. Hey. Alright, the Bowland Bovines. They have got Infernape. They have got Rotom Wash, one of the scariest, bulkiest water types ever. Absolutely terrifying. They have got a Z Salamence. They have got Diggersby. They've got a Metagross, Pangoro, Whimsicott. They've got Mega Glalie, which is honestly, I never realized how terrifying Mega Glalie actually was until I had to start preparing for this battle. You'll see in a sec. They got Sharpedo, which is one of their Z's, got Boda, and my mascot, my baby. They got Palossand on their team. Whether they bring it just to kind of spite and be a bit mean is another question, but hey ho. But that's their team. Ones I definitely see coming are the Infernape, the Rotom. I can definitely see the Salamence and the Diggersby coming. Metagross is a high maybe. Mega Glalie, I feel very strongly about that. I really do feel strongly about that Glalie coming. Everything else is a bit kind of up in the air. I could see the Garbodor coming. I did have a bit of issues during mocks preparing for the Garbodor, so if it does come, I've got things for it. It's just all of his other odd little mons. The Garbodor is the only other one that stands out as he could bring it, and I'm really hoping he doesn't. But hey ho, we'll see. But let's go through our team, and then we'll go from there. Up first, we have our main man. We have got Voltronic. I will double check the stats right now, but if I'm not mistaken, Voltronic is indeed currently #1 for the squad in kills. Voltronic has 15 kills to his name. Currently tied in the top spot between two other coaches, Manaphy and Mega Glalie. All three have got 15 kills to their name. If Manetri can gain 1 kill this match, it will take that top spot, which is absolutely incredible. But Thunderbolt Volt Switch, we're bringing Overheat Flamethrower this week, and we are bringing The Hidden Power Ice as well, mainly for that Salamence, because we obviously naturally outspeed it. We drop an Intimidate. Unless it's scarfed, we will always be able to bop it big time. So we got that going for us. Fingers crossed it works out. Fingers crossed. And then we're speed creeping it just so we have enough speed to outspeed everything that is base 1, base 100, I think. What is it? The fastest thing is Whimsicott, but we're basically outspeeding everything up to above the Infernape. So we've got that going for us. Returning is GoldoaDragon. GoldoaDragon is literally one of the MVPs. Currently got 13 kills to his name. Absolute beauty. But GoldoaDragon is here. Again, if GoldoaDragon could literally pick up a couple more kills, he'll take that #1 spot. Absolutely gorgeous. Flare-Bitch, Earthquake, U-Turn, and Rock Slide. Very standard stuff. We are racking enough speed where we can guarantee outspeed everything on his team that is scarfed, including the Whimsicott. Obviously, if he brings anything that's scarfed, it will outspeed. There's not much we can do. Most likely things that are going to be coming scarfed are the Infernape, the Salamence. I could see the Diggersby coming. I think I have calced it, so we do outspeed the Diggersby. I might have to double check the calcs on that, but I think I do still outspeed the Diggersby. And then other than that, there's really nothing else that I've got to worry about. So, hey ho, we got that going for us. Returning is Aquarantula. Very different set this week. This week we're bringing a Life Orb rather than like Assault Vest or Leftovers or anything. Life Orb, we're really packing the offense. We are Adamant with, what are we? Yeah, Adamant with Liquidation Lunge, Toxic, and Sticky Webs. If I can get an opportunity to get webs up, it's going to really help us out because their team does rely quite a bit on speed. Obviously, they have got things that can set up Tailwind, including that Whimsicott, which has Prankster, so we've got to be really careful about that. So we've got to try and get my other mon in as soon as you'll see up next. And then we're just running more physical bulk because most of his team it hits on the physical side, minus obviously the Rotom that gets the Whimsicott, and I think just the Palossand. Everything else, I mean, Infernape's kind of mixed, you can't really expect too much, but everything else is hits on the special physical. So we're running physical defense in the Aquarantula. Makes sense. But this is the mon that's gonna make it happen. Tapu Fini. Pretty standard set, pretty much the exact same set that we brought last week, except we're bringing Haze instead of Defog. They've got quite a few things that are going to want to set up nasty plots, going to set up D-dances, you know, rock polishes, and all other kind of stat increases. I don't want none of that. Absolutely not. We don't want none of that. We need to get rid of those hazards big time. We're running full max defense and then the tiny teeny weeny bit in special attack, but it's all about the knockoffs and hazes and then smacking those moonblasts left, right, and center. So Destiny is very, very, very important. Yeah, very important. We're bringing one of my MVPs, literally one of my favorite team members of the Crystal Palossands this season. I absolutely love this thing. We are bringing Hitmontop. Expert belt this week, very similar set to last week. We're bringing Adamant, Mark Punch, Bullet Punch, Earthquake, and Rapid Spin, obviously for the getting rid of the hazards. Earthquake is there to literally hit pretty much everything, minus obviously the Rotom and the Salamence. And then we have got Mark Punch and Bullet Punch to literally smack his entire team. Like, it literally just smacks it. The Diggersby goes down to a Mark Punch, even like, I think the only time it lives is if it's got really good defenses. Otherwise, it just... it's gone. The Whimsicott takes about 50%-ish from a Bullet Punch. The Pangoro pretty much does not take a Mark Punch. Like the Sharpedo just dies. The Glalie just dies. Like, he has not got many things that want to take Mark Punches and Bullet Punches. So that's going to work out really well in our favor with him on top this week. So absolutely vital that we keep him around till as late as possible. But I'm really excited to see what he can do. And then last but not least, we are bringing Kaiju. Kaiju, the Garchomp this week. Similar set as well. We're bringing an expert belt. But because I didn't really want to bring any choice items because I want to be able to get rocks up because I feel that he's going to want to do a bit of switching around. Plus, I want to be able to switch between my moves. So I figured Life Orb was an option, but I didn't want to lose health because, again, he's got a lot of things that are fast and want to hit me hard. He hasn't got too much bulk, which is why I didn't want to sort of lock myself into anything or take more damage than I needed to. So I think an Expert Belt was actually a really good solid option. I got Dragon Claw just to kind of overall hit everything. Pretty much just one-shots the Salamence. We do take, kinda. We do somewhat take a, like a Dragon Claw from the Salamence. Obviously we will not take two, but we do kinda take one. And then we've got Earthquake, and obviously just to kind of smack everything else up, and then yeah. So we're pretty standard, but this is kind of the team I'm looking for. Mainly, I have noticed that it's mainly smacking on the physical side, minus obviously, I guess, Metric and Tapu Fini. Everything is really hitting on the physical offensive side. Our main walls are really, I think, probably only just Tapu Fini, and I guess, you know, Tapu Fini and I guess Araquanid. I haven't got anything special in terms of walls. I mean, Araquanid kind of, but not really in regards to the Rotom. If the Rotom comes in, we are going to be in a bit of a tricky spot. But I've got some ideas, so fingers crossed we can make it work. But that's the team. That's what we're bringing. Fingers crossed we can make it work. Wish us luck. Get those likes in the down in below the video, and subscribe if you are new. I'm gonna go connect it up with my opponent, and we will catch you guys in a second. All right, we're all connected up. Let's see what my opponent brings. Did we predict them correctly? And they bring the Whimsicott. They do bring the Ooh, quite a few differences actually. No Salamence, no Galele, which I'm kind of happy about. They do bring the Pangoro, so a few changes there. A few changes. I think I'm going to stick with my gut in terms of my leads. My plan was to lead Manectric, and I feel pretty safe about that. Minus obviously the fact that they got double sand, so I have got to be careful about that. But otherwise I feel pretty decent. Let's just quickly make the team adjustments. Bear with me. Hopefully, how much time we got? We got 60 seconds, so it shouldn't be too bad. They don't bring the Metagross, which is a little bit surprising, but I'm glad there's no Garbodor. I'm very glad about that, because I was really worried about that Garbodor coming. They did bring the Palossand, which is quite funny actually. I have a feeling they maybe brought it as like a maybe it's like a bit memey for me. Who knows? And then the last one they brought was the Pangoro. There he is, Pangoro. So I think, yeah. Do I just stick with my Manectric lead, or do I go with something different? Actually, I could go. I could go with Tapu Fini lead actually, minus the Rotom. Actually, I feel really good about that, actually. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go with the Tapu Fini lead. Yeah. Because minus the Whimsicott, I actually feel really decent with the Tapu Fini lead. Now, unfortunately, I did double check my my sets. And unfortunately, the my Darmanitan doesn't actually outspeed the Diggersby if it's scarfed, which is I mean, if I doubt it will be scarfed. He does lead the Rotom, which is a bit unfortunate, but so yeah, we've got to be careful with that. But okay, so here we go. Let's do this. The battle has begun. It's the last week. Let's have a good time. Right. So they lead Rotom Wash. I'm expecting it to be defensive. Now, he could straight up just go for a Volt Switch. It's going to do big damage, though. It's going to do about 30%. I could go for a knockoff. I've got a few options. So I can go predicting maybe a HP Ice. I could go into Manectric. But let's see, what do I want to do here? Because I could go into Manectric either way, because they can't Will-O-Wisp me. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to lead Fini, because I had a feeling they might lead this, maybe get Will-O-Wisp off. So I was like, maybe I could go into Manectric, predicting maybe a Volt Switch, get that +1. We're already in a really good position. Or I go into Garchomp. Now if I go Garchomp, I've got to be careful because that Whimsicott is around. I haven't got Poison Jab either, so I've got to be really careful. Kind of wish I had Poison Jab over Brick Break, not gonna lie, but it is what it is. Yeah, got to be careful with that Whimsicott, but otherwise it should be fine. I could just go straight for a knockoff, but I think I'm just gonna switch and just go into Manectric here. Like, he could go for something like HP Ground and be really, like, crazy. I mean, if he does go straight for a Hydro Pump, though, that's going to be a bit annoying. But I don't really want him to go for a Volt Switch. I'm going to see what he wants to do. I'm going to click Knockoff. Don't Volt Switch. He does just straight up Hydro Pump. I'm so glad I stayed in. Let me get my HP bar up because I don't want to see that. I'm so glad we stayed in. We do nothing. We did, how much did we do there? Wow, that was a big play. So we did, how much was that? That was about what, 15%? Yes, okay, so he's definitely max defense. Yeah. Yeah, he's bold, max defense, and he no longer has his leftovers, and he does show Hydro Pump. So I'm so glad we stayed in. That was a really good play on my end. Now, he most likely at this point could just go straight for the Volt Switch. But, what does he want? What can he do? He does do about 40%, but a Moonblast is going to do big damage to him. Plus, nothing on his team really wants to come in against that. So I might just go straight for a Moonblast. Just I just need to keep getting damage, and damage. He might just Volt Switch, but if he does that, I mean, to an extent, that's fine. I mean, what's he going to do? He can't Toxic me. He's just going to Volt Switch. He could Hard Swap as well. I'm going to Moonblast. Maybe you're expecting a Hard Swap. Hey, he does Volt Switch. We could have made the read. I was so close to making that read, but we didn't. Never mind. But he shows Volt Switch. We're now taking big damage on that, though. He took us down to about 50%. But he is also now sitting just below that. Hang on, what was he? Just above that 25% bracket. So he's sitting at about 85%. We'll say 85. He goes into Storm, which is the Whimsicott. Okay, to an extent, I'm okay with that. We're going to get a Moonblast off. We can kind of get an idea for how defensive this thing is. We do 50% exactly, which is really nice. Do we see leftovers? No leftovers. Okay, so we actually did 50% exactly. Now, one thing I'm really worried about is what happened quite a few times during mocks, is that this thing likes to use a move called Tailwind, and I really don't want him to get that successfully up. Now, I could just stall, but then I don't want him to get Leech Seed recovery either. So do I just go, because he's most likely going to click Tailwind. He's at exactly 50%, I'd say. Like, it's crazy. Maybe 51, because he's still in the green. He's going to outspeed. And whatever he does nothing to me, but it's the Prankster. How many turns of terrain? I think it's the last turn, isn't it? Oh no, he's still got 3 turns. Blimey, where have I been? What do I want to do? I don't want him to Leech Seed me. We haven't got a Grass type, so he can Leech Seed freely. I do want to just get rid of this thing. The sooner I get rid of this thing, the better. But does he Tailwind? If he Tailwinds, what does he bring in? He basically then brings in Diggersby, and then Diggersby can start sweeping. And that's my biggest concern. That's why I want to try and stall this out. Let me think about this. I really, because he's going to bring in that Diggersby. But I think that's his plan. Like, just get the Prankster Tailwind, and then he can freely just start spamming with Diggersby, like Pangoro. I'm gonna. I need to stall. I'm gonna knock off the U-turn. That's honestly huge. Did not expect that whatsoever. Okay, so they show U-turn. Wow. Did not expect that. I'm so glad I clicked knocked off. Bosk, what is that? He brings back out the Rotom. Okay, to an extent that's fine. It's a shame, but... okay, so now the Rotom is at pretty much below that 25%, so it's now at 75. We are 98, so we're at 55%. Yeah, Volt Switch is going to hurt like a banshee. Now, how many more turns? 2 more turns? Yeah, 2 more turns. He could just Hydro Pump, but I think he's gonna think I'm gonna stay in. Let me see. So if he Hydro Pumps me right now, if I go into regular Manectric, Hydro Pump's gonna do about 70%. If I go into Garchomp, it's gonna do about 50, but then I can't really do much back to it. So we're gonna be in a tricky spot there. I think my best switch in, but then if he Volt Switches, that's just gonna mess me up. Let me see. So if I go Manectric, we Mega Evolve, and then we can Volt Switch out. But then if he brings in the Diggers, or either Ground type, the fact that he's got double Ground is a bit worrying. Essentially, a third of his team can basically resist my stab. I need to get webs up, and I need to get them up soon. So what I'm thinking I might do is if I go into Raquanid, how well do we take a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch? We don't take it too well. I think I might go Garchomp, but then we just don't take a Hydro Pump super well. I need to get, I'm gonna go Garchomp. I'm gonna go Garchomp, predicting the Volt Switch. Let's do that. Come on, let's get back in, let's get into plays. We need to start making plays. Plays. Volt Switch. Yeet. Okay. All right, we're back in the driver's seat. This is going well. We still got one turn of terrain. I could Earthquake, but it's gonna do bugger all. He is most likely gonna just go either for the Volt Switch or Hard Switch out. Now, what is the likely thing? Now, most likely, actually, what I think he's gonna do is go into the Whimsicott. I don't have Poison Jab, but I want to get Rocks up. What are his defoggers? Remind me of the defoggers. He's only got like 3. Whimsicott, Salamence, and Rotom. Okay, so this thing does, obviously, yeah, of course the Rotom. Duh. I think I might go for Stealth Rocks. I think that's the play. I think Stealth Rocks is a good decision. Could Dragon Claw, but obviously if he brings that Whimsicott in, it's for nothing. I'm Stealth Rocking. Let's go. He stays in. Damn it. Does he have HP Ice? Is he going to HP Ice me right now? He has HP Ice. I hate that, but great prep. It does monstrous damage. Absolutely ginormous. Wow. Okay, so he shows the HP Ice, which is, I mean, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I had a feeling that was going to bring it. So he does show the HP Ice, which took me down to about 59%, which shows he did what, 68? So yeah, definitely, yeah, that confirms it. He is fully physically defensive. We can do about 30% if I just smack him now, but he's just most likely going to HP Ice. Actually, he probably just Hydro Pumps, because Hydro Pump takes me out. That Hydro Pump takes anything. He doesn't Volt Switch. Why would you Volt Switch on this thing? You could Volt Switch, but why would you? I want to go Rack on it, but then what do you do then? Whatever I do, I need to be able to smack him back. Right now, I'm not in a smacky position. Like, 2 of my best Pokemon are, well, this thing's like at 30%, and my Feeney's down to about 60, so we've got to be really careful. Oh man. Do I need, yeah, no, I need this thing. I need Garchomp, 100%. We need to get, we've got Rocks out, which is good, but he's just going to probably defog. Actually, this is probably exactly what he does. He just defogs, predicting me to switch. Ooh, that's exactly what he does. He defogs right now, surely. Surely you defog. I'm going to make a really risky play, predicting a defog. I'm going to Dragon Claw. I'm predicting the Hydro Pumps. I mean, okay, that's an unfortunate read. I didn't want to sack off Garchomp like that. I would have thought I thought he might defog, but he just Hydro Pumps. I mean, I mean that was my first thought. I did think that straight away that that's what he was gonna do. He takes Hydro Pump. I should have gone with my gut and switched, but hey, it's what it is. Okay, so Garchomp's gone, which is really bad. One of my best mons is now gone. So that Infernape now sits a lot prettier. And I have very few things now that can handle it. We've got to be really careful now, because unfortunately he is turning this seat, this driving seat around, this car around. Oh my gosh, the terms. Get with it. Okay, so we can go Manectric right now. He obviously Volt Switch, because we guarantee one-shot this thing. The Diggersby then probably most likely comes in. What do I do? What can I safely go into? Can I go into Hitmontop yet? No, Mach Punch does not do enough. I need a little bit more damage. After Rocks, then we'll do enough. So... Okay, let's go into Tapu Fini. Let's do this. Oh, cracky. Did you hear that? Oh my gosh, that was horrendous. That's a terrible feeling. Okay. This is not going to go down well. I have a feeling his last move is Will-O-Wisp, but he now doesn't need to go for it as much. Now that my Garchomp's gone, which is really annoying. Although he managed to get big damage off, well, I say big, decent damage off, and he got Rocks up. If Rocks can stay up, then it's not as bad. But if he manages to get rid of them, then it will be for nothing. Now, he can probably just, if his last move is Defog, he can get rid of them right here. I have a feeling that defog's going to be on that other thing. Which is why I just think I just want to smack this thing. Because if I go for Moonblast right now, we can take this out. But then that means literally possibly lose it. Because he volt switches. He volt switches 100%. You volt switch right here. You won't go for HP. Hydro Pump does nothing. You can't Will-O-Wisp. You volt switch. You either volt switch or you hard switch out. Either way, Manectric can come in for free. Surely. Either way. Because you can't, there's no way. There's no way. What? Whoa! Okay, big read. The fact that he stayed in and Hydro Pump, the fact that it missed is even huger. Okay. Now comes the next big thing. Okay, did that Diggersby scarf? Does the Diggersby outspeed? I think it will, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm gonna be so mad if the Diggersby comes scarfed and I didn't make my Darmanitan outspeed it. I'm gonna be so mad. If it's scarfed, does it outspeed? I think it will. Oh, yeah, it does. It just... Are you kidding me? Would it always outspeed? Yeah, it would have always outsped. Okay, I don't feel as bad. It literally just outspeeds. Because I did reduce my stats ever so slightly. Okay, I think I just have to go for the damage. I just have to go for Thunderbolt. This thing is literally sitting at, what, 40%. It's going to guarantee kill. Thunderbolt guaranteed kills. If he goes into Whimsicott, I mean, I don't know why you would, but then I can just smack him next turn. He most likely goes into one of the two ground types. Do I HP Ice? If only had gone for Volt Switch. Do I go for a HP? I'm Thunderbolting. Oh, I wish I HP'd. Crystal. I wish I HP'd. I should have gone with my gut. God damn it. The thoughts, the reads, the overthinking. I hate it when you overthink things. Just go with your gut. Oh my god, the amount of times, if I go with my gut on things, I would be sitting mega prettier. But no, I overthink things. HBIs would have done like 50% of this damn thing. God mighty. Alright, it's fine. It is what it is. We're just not sitting super pretty. Okay, it's just annoying. I'm assuming this thing's specially offensive. If it's physically, then what in the world? Terrain's still got 3 turns. I obviously have to hard switch. He's most likely going to just go for an Earth Power. He could go for Rocks, but either way, yeah. I go into Araquanid and then Araquanid. Oh, do I go into Feeny? Hang on. Araquanid sits a lot prettier. Minus the Shadow Ball. Does he Shadow Ball or does he Earth Power? Well, because isn't it Earth Power hits everything on my team? He Earth Powers. And Surf does nothing, whereas... And Liquidation one-shots. Araquanid, come out! Come on, let's get... I need to turn this around. We need to turn this around. I'm making plays, and I'm making correct plays, but then I'm deciding, oh, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to do that. Swerve. Okay, so he brings this thing out. He's not dumb. He knows what he's doing. Predicting me, the only good thing is the fact that this thing's getting weaker and weaker. He's now sitting at about, what, 28%? Jeez Louise. Okay. We have to switch out again. He can just simply go for a Volt Switch. It hits everything now. Now that my Manectric has Mega Evolved, it is no longer immune to the electric attacks. So he can safely just go for it. Which is going to do about 20%. Hydro Pump's doing about 60. He can actually just go for Hydro Pump every time. Do you Hydro Pump? He just volt switches. Volt switch, he loses nothing by volt switching. In fact, he loses nothing by volt switching, because every time he volt switches... Okay. If he hydro pumps, I mean, I don't know what I need. I need to get rid of this thing. I just need to get rid of this thing, and I need to get rid of it quick. Once this Rotom's gone, I feel like I can just be a lot more comfortable. 1 free hit and I can smack this thing hard. I can't let Raquanid take any damage, at least not yet. I feel like I have to go into Manectric, but if Manectric takes too much damage, then that's game over. Do you switch out again? I'm gonna... He volt switches. I knew that's what you were gonna do! Oh, I'm so mad. The only good thing is a liquidation's coming in and it is gonna smack something mega hard. If the Whimsicott comes in, then, well, I should have just clicked lunge and that's just unfortunate. I mean, even if the Whimsicott does come in, actually, it's not gonna appreciate it. Okay, this thing comes in. Hello. Nice, but this should still do big damage. Yeet! That's what I'm talking about. Get rid of that thing. Absolute huge. Absolutely humongous. The Infernape is gone. It literally got nothing. That is humongous. Absolute humongous. Oh my days, we didn't need a crit, we needed nothing, we literally just smacked it. That is huge. Wow, skis. Okay, Rotom's is most definitely coming back now because it can literally just get back itself into the driver's seat, but that was huge. Wow, I cannot believe that just happened. Shout out to Raquanid picking up a kill, knocking that Infernape down. Huge. Wow, skis. Okay. What is left to come out? The Pangoro is the only thing that is actually yet to show itself. It could be banded, maybe hoping to get the Tailwind up last minute. I feel like that's why he's saving his Whimsicott as well. Rocks are up though, so I'm sitting super. I just need to get, if I can get webs up, then we are sitting super pretty. But as I say, I think the Rotom's coming in now. That's what I feel like. Because the Diggersby unfortunately outspeeds me, unless it, I mean, yeah, the Diggersby outspeeds me every time, and if it clicks return, then it's going to one-shot. Warren, what is that? That's the Diggersby. Okay. Now, he can just safely click return. This is, without a doubt, out of his entire team, honestly, although his entire team is scary, this is the scariest. Purely just because it hits so damn hard. I need to know what it's going to lock itself into. And as I say, it's clever that he brought the Palossand, because that's a ghost type and I really struggle against that. I do outspeed it though, don't I? Araquanid, yeah, it does outspeed, so I've got that going for me. So that's why I have to save Araquanid for that Palossand. So we have to save it. We have to. I think I have to bring Feeny in here. As much as I don't want to, I think it's the best thing I can do. Because I need to know... He'll outspeed me every time, so that's regardless. But what I think I need to know is what he locks himself into. And I'm expecting return. And if he returns on my Feeny... Where is it? 98%. Or 98, it's 55%. We should live. Obviously, he will outspeed. I think that's what I just have to do. How many more turns of terrain? Oh, we're down to one more turn. Ideally, I want to try and get another turn of terrain out of this thing, but I don't want to keep... if I bring in Manectric, let me quickly see. Well, we've got 20 seconds. Yeah, he bops me way too. I have to bring in Feeny. Feeny has to come in right now. Let's do it. Let's bring in Feeny. I have to save this thing as much as I can for that Palossand, because otherwise I have nothing for it. He goes straight for the return. Okay, so he takes me down to 22% from 98, 55, down to 22. So what is that? That's 43? Yeah, okay, brilliant. Wait. Oh no, that means he's scarfed. Huge power. Yeah, he's scarfed. Oh my god. I knew it. I knew that would bite me. I knew that would bite me. I literally, as I thought it in the team builder, I didn't have enough time because they were waiting. I just didn't think. Oh god. Does return kill? Yeah, it does. Well, it's a roll. I'd have to get Manectric in. Drop an Intimidate. Manetric's still at full, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. The game's not over, but it's becoming trickier and trickier to win. Now he's scarfed, so he can just click return again and kill. So regardless of what I do, I mean, I'm just going to click surf. They return and Feeny goes down. This game is very tricky because they're scarfed. They played well bringing this thing scarfed. I think. Okay, here's now him on top can come in and one-shot this thing every time. One shots, it dies. It cannot live. But because they got the Palossand, that scares me because I can't touch it. Not with him on top. Really great prep actually for bringing the Palossand. I guess they probably maybe form a him on top, knowing that I can't really touch it. Because then in that situation, what do? Because yeah, no. Because if I go him on top right now, surely you don't stay in. Because if you stay in against my hit on top, you just die. Like, I need a little bit more chip damage to be sure. I think I have to go Manectric. Because you're scarfed, so you outspeed. But then we'll get a -1 off. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. He's running out of reliable switch-ins. And yeah, actually, do you know what? That's a really good shot. That's a really good shout, actually. Because HBIs is going to do big damage to this thing. He will be able to two-shot me, though. If he switches moves here, then we know somehow crazily he's not scarfed. Then what else could you be? But then I say he's not. I mean, we don't know he's scarfed, but that's what I'm assuming he's scarfed. He could be AV. Because if he switches right now, I'm thinking I might overheat. Do I need Manectric at this point? Yes. I need to know if this thing's scarfed. I feel like it is. Which is why I really want to click overheat. Because what do you switch into? You just go Rotom. And Rotom comes in and... I mean, overheat doesn't actually quite take you out. And maybe it's just HP Ice. It's a safer option. It's just HP Ice. Because even if the Pangoro comes in, I mean, it's going to take about 20%, and yeah, that's it. It's just HP Ice. Okay, we've confirmed. It's scarfed. We should live this, though. Nice. Okay, we've now just confirmed. We've officially confirmed that that thing is scarfed. 100%. Okay. Really unfortunate, though, that I'm having to find out, and I really wanted Manectric to get at least one more kill, which is really annoying. Anyway, so it's now down to 30%, but we now know it's officially scarfed. We know that now. Okay, he's continued to spam returns. He is also -1, so we've got that going for us. He is currently -1. Yeah? Let me make sure. -1. So, if I go into... Who can I go into? I can't go into Arcanid yet. If I go him on top right here, we guarantee take this thing out. Return will do no more than 54-ish%. If I go into Darmanitan, 2 returns will take me out. So I think him on top could be a good shout. He's going to take me out here. I feel like this thing will be too good to keep. But I think that this thing would be a really good thing to have. Darmanitan's use is so good because, like, what's he doing against the Palossand? Yeah, it's only the Palossand really it's going to struggle against. Like, once the Palossand's below 50%, Darmanitan literally wrecks shop. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get another kill. But I think what I need to do is get. Let me see. So if let me think this straight. So if I switch into him on top right now, we guarantee take the return. He goes into Palossand. We then have to make a read. I think that's what we have to do. Yeah, let's switch. You gotta be careful, because the problem is as well, he can just switch out. Okay, he's gonna return. We'll go from 157. Oh, he did 50%, which is not what I wanted to see. You got the high roll. Damn it. Oh well. Okay, we're now down to 50, but I can muck punch, and that will take you out. That's what's important to know. Note here. In fact, a bullet punch might take you out, but it'll be a roll. So you must. Do you save this thing? You must save this thing. This is your Diggersby. This is one of your hardest hitting mons. I mean, then again, you've got the Pangoro just chilling there. If he goes into Palossand right now, then what do? I'd probably have to. Yeah, if he goes Palossand, actually, I'd have to go Raquanid. Hang on, does Raquanid still take a hit? Where are you? 55. 38%. Yeah, actually, we take a hit if he goes Palossand. So let's do that. Let's just go for the muck punch. He's probably going to switch, but honestly, I think this is the right play. I'm feeling this in my gut. I feel this is the right play. Man, what a match! I hope you guys are having a good week, by the way. Like, we've literally just dived straight in, and I've just been all this. But I hope you guys, if you guys are watching this like week 10, thank you so much for thank you so much for your continued support. God damn ya! Bosh. Rotom! Let's get rid of it! I'm okay with that. I mean, it's a bit annoying, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Good rid. Yeet. Alright. One less thing got to worry about. Not that not that I really had to worry about it anymore, but it's one less thing for me to kind of be like, ooh. Anyway. If the Diggersby comes back in and decides to click Quick Attack, does that kill? No. Okay. So his only option, because if he goes Storm, that's Whimsicott, isn't it? Yeah. So now it's going to take 25%, or it's going to take some damage. So that goes now, it goes down to, what, about 40? Yeah, 40%. Does a Bullet Punch kill? It will. A Bullet Punch should kill right here. I'm clicking it. He will outspeed, so if he clicks Tailwind, I think if he clicks Tailwind, that's GG. No Marlac, that's exactly what they click, but I just have to go for damage. This should kill. Oh my days. Okay, good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Him on top picking up 2 kills right here. This is amazing. Okay. Now, the Palossand cannot come in. Not the Palossand. The Diggersby cannot come in. So, it's either the Palossand or the Pangoro. If the Pangoro comes in, Mark Punch does big damage. We do about 80%, assuming it's not defensive. We have to keep this thing, though. We have to, because it's the only thing that can handle the Diggersby. So, whatever he switches in, I think if he goes Pangoro right now, I think... I don't know. Whatever we do, we're going to have to probably sack something. A Raquanid has to be around for the Palossand. It's the only thing that can safely come in. Or even then, I might have to just try and risk... I don't know, but... So far, so good. Okay. We're turning this match around. It's going to be another long one today, guys. I'm warning you now. It's another long one. But thank you still for your support. Okay, so that looks like the Pangoro. There it is. How much damage are you going to take? Bugger all. Okay, you pretty much go down to like 95%, but still damage is damage. I'm assuming this thing is banded. So a knockoff or something along that range is what I'm expecting right now. If I go into Manectric, what is the chances of you living? Next to none. Because what I want to do is if I can get a free switch into Darmanitan, like Darmanitan outspeeds this thing big time. And a Flare Blitz should kill. Like, DyeItTight can pretty much kind of clean the game, minus the Palossand, in which case, yeah. So I think I'll go, all right, I think this is the play in my head. I go into Manectric right now, sack it off, get that -1. Not that it's going to make a difference, but just get that -1. Yeah. I then go into DyeItTight. Just click Flare Blitz. It should take this thing out. It will take out the Diggersby. Well, actually, no, it won't take out the Diggersby. Diggersby will outspeed me. Which is really annoying. I miscount that. But well. Okay, let's do that. Let's switch. That's the play. I've got the play in my head. Let's do it. As long as Hitmontop, DyeItTight, and Raquinid stay alive as long as possible, we should be fine. We're going to get Intimidate off on this thing. It's now gone down to -1. Going to click Drain Punch. Okay, to an extent I'm okay with that. He does take me out, which is as expected. Okay, so that's actually quite good prep, bringing Drain Punch. I like it. But he is now -1. It literally comes down to this. We go into DyeItTight, we click Flare Blitz. Mark Punch will do enough to take this thing out once it's below about 50%, which it will be after this. And then my only issue is the Palossand, but as long as I have a Raquinid, I'm fine against that Palossand. As long as I have a Raquinid. And assuming he's got no major speed investment. Okay, if he switches, he switches. But this, I just click Flare Blitz because regardless as to what comes in, it takes big damage, and if it brings in the Palossand, it takes about 50%, in which case we just smack it again. Yeah, let's Flare Blitz. Let's do it. Not gonna lie, I'm literally like biting the inside of my like teeth. It's like so, it's crazy. If you guys also want to let me know your thoughts on the question of the day, I forget to mention it. I'm terrible, but question of the day. Who's your favorite team member this entire season? Who's your favorite team member? For the first time in a long time, we actually used every single team member as well. I'm really proud that we did that. We even used Auroch, even though it was only for 1 week, and unfortunately it helped us out, but it didn't do as much as I was hoping. But who's your favorite? Who's your favorite team member this season? Let me know down below, because I love draft leagues. Like, don't get me wrong, when you're in the battle, your mind plays tricks on you and you literally want to just explode, but it's a good time. He sends this thing out. Okay, I'm actually kind of thrilled. So his Pangoro is his win con? Okay, well that's fine. Okay, so the Diggersby is gone. How much damage do we take here? We go to 7. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so I'm expecting Palossand right now. Oh, by the way, I think my Manectric's gone as well. Yeah, there's the Palossand. Okay. Okay, Palossand set at about 95%, and you're back to 100 because you just showed off Drain Punch. Okay. Oh god, I have to save this thing. Now he could set up rocks. I don't know what he wants to do, but I think I just have to make this play and go into Raquinid. We're at 55 out of 143. That's 38%. I don't know what else this thing's going to do. I'm assuming it's going to click Earth Power. If it clicks Shadow Ball, this all comes down to whether or not if this thing has any special, like if it has any special defense, special offense investments. Because if it's got special attack investments, the Shadow Ball is going to do... The Shadow Ball will have a really good chance to take me out. Otherwise, he shouldn't be able to. I go a Raquinid right here, and then we liquidate. If he outplays me, though, and switches it into... Let me think about this. Hang on. Oh, we're running out of time. If I go into Hitmontop against this thing, we just don't do anything. I have to make that play. I have to save Darmanitan and Hitmontop. They are the two win cons. Okay, here we go. Earth Power, please tell me. You stealth rocked. I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm not, but I'm actually okay with that. That's fine. We can now liquidate. This thing goes down. Okay, so Palossands leftovers, which is good to know, which means it's not any kind of like water reduction or anything like that. I liquidate. I liquidate all day, every day. This should do, if he is a, like max HP, max physical defense, bold nature, liquidation will do a minimum of 100%. There is no way this thing should live. Now that we know he's an item, there is no way this thing should live. We just liquidate. He's withdrawing. Are you crazy? Okay. He really wants that Palossan to survive. I mean, you, me both. Okay. We're going to liquidate. This thing's going to... It's not going to appreciate this. It just goes down. Like, that's crazy. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Okay. Oh, my days. Okay. Could Rakwanid pick up the game? I liquidate. No way. I really don't know whether like if we win it. No way. Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness! Araquanid picking up the game! Oh my goodness, we win 3-0. Are you insane? Oh my gosh, my heart right now, guys. Oh, my heart feels like it's about to leap out. Oh my goodness. No way. Oh my heart. Oh my heart. Yo. Oh my days, I cannot believe that. That's insane. Oh my days. GG's to my opponent. Oh my gosh. Definitely make sure you guys go show DrSlaking some love. They played incredible. Oh my goodness, make gracious me. I'd say liquidate Araquanid is just, it's so deadly. It's so deadly. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Oh my god days. I don't know whether this means we have made playoffs, but I feel like now we've got a really, really good chance. We may scrape it in. I think we now, after our differential, we gain a +1. But I don't know if that is enough. If this is the final actual battle, guys, thank you so damn much for all your support. Thank you so much for clicking on these battles weekly. If you've missed any of the previous ones, even though you know our final scores, just go check them out. If you've missed any of them, every single match has been incredible. We've had some insane opponents, and I cannot thank the league enough for their support and allow me to do this. Absolutely incredible match just then. Wow. My opponent disconnected, but that's fine. That's the game, guys. Thank you so damn much. Let me know your thoughts on the question of the day, and definitely make sure you guys check out my opponent. I will be doing, I wasn't gonna do this, but like before, I've never done it before, but I'm gonna do it for this season. I'm gonna do a death montage of all the knockouts that we had on our perspective, and all the opponents that we knocked out as well. So every win and every kill and every death, I'm going to do a montage over the next couple of weeks. So that'll be next week's and probably weeks after if we don't make playoffs. But otherwise, if we do make playoffs, then you'll see week 11 next week. But until the next time, guys, thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, morning, evening, and night. I am your boy, Silver Beanie, and I will catch all y'all beautiful people next time.